Hello there, I'm Judy Shearwaters. Welcome to my channel. Here I bring you author interviews of ordinary people who had a story they wanted to share with the world. I also bring you writing prompts so that you can get the creative juices going up there and you can start writing your words for your generations to come. Because did you know? You do have a story to tell. So let me help you tell it. Today is National Haiku Day. I bet you didn't know that. Some of my friends call me an author. Some of them call me a writer, but mostly they call me crazy. And I do love haiku, so call me crazy. This morning, I worked with Richard from Hearts Need Art. In fact, I've worked with this nonprofit organization, I think, since 2017. And we bring art to those who are going through a medical crisis, mostly with cancer patients, but I've worked with Alzheimer's patients and with multiple sclerosis patients, anyone who's going through any kind of medical crisis. Writing, the arts, the visual arts, and music can help patients to get through a trying time like that. But this morning, during our create-a-thon, I had the opportunity to do a haiku with Richard, and I thought I would bring it to you too. So, here we go. A haiku is an old Japanese form of poetry based on 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables. 5, 7, 5. Only 3 lines. Not that hard to do. It focuses on one brief moment of time. You're to be in the moment right now and write about what's right in front of you right now. Present tense always. And it's really good, especially for those going through crises, because it helps you to slow down. It helps you to put those worries that you have into perspective. It almost helps you to flush those worries out of your brain for a moment of time and not even think about what has gone before or what's going to come, the fear of the future, but to be in the moment now. It brings a calmness, a peace to the person. Makes them more comfortable about where they are at this time. Different topics that are used. Back in the 1600s when it first started, excuse me, they did mostly seasons, nature, the natural world. Think of an icicle slowly melting from a tree branch, or raindrops on the budding flower petal. They'd also talk about beauty and the brevity of life. In more modern times, it's picked up on emotions, so that your first 2 lines may be full of grumpiness and frustration, and your last line forces you to be joyful. So here's some examples from Basho. He wrote hundreds and hundreds of haikus back in the 1600s, but here's just 3 of them. An old silent pond, a frog jumps into the pond, splash, silence again. Autumn moonlight, a worm digs silently into the chestnut. In the twilight rain, these brilliant hued hibiscus, a lovely sunset. And you know, when you write yours, it doesn't matter if it doesn't make any sense to anyone else. This is a very personal form of poetry. It speaks to you alone. If others enjoy it, that's just an added plus. Here are a couple from the more modern times. Richard Rhododendron wrote, "From across the lake, past the black winter trees, faint sounds of a flute." And then Robert Yelling wrote, "A little boy sings on a terrace, eyes aglow, ridge spills upward." Remember, it's 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables. But in modern times, people have not been really strict with those syllables, so you can fudge a little and have 4 or 7, but don't go too far off the beaten path here. This morning, I was able to write with Richard. And Richard is a co-worker of mine at Hearts Need Art. He's actually the organizer of Hearts Need Art. And he had a very, very interesting, well, frustrating thing going on this morning. He hadn't had his coffee. So we wrote about coffee because in modern times now, we can write whatever we want to when we write haikus. So we came up with headache, frustration, sadness, black mug, emptiness, dripping, warm, comfort. That was awesome. That was Richard's first try at a haiku, and I think he did quite well. He had the first 2 lines full of frustration and sadness, and then the last line, the comfort. Finally, his coffee. So I challenge you to take some time now, write a haiku. Be in the moment right now. Write wherever you are. It could be based on anything you write about where you are right now or where you were in the past. That's your memoir. So this is a memoir writing prompt. You can write about the past, or you can write about right now. Write about your emotions right now. Write about the inchworm. Go outside, and South Texas is full of inchworms right now. But when I watch an inchworm, I think of the slowness. I mean, they really make traffic. You know, they get going. But you think, what kind of a care do they have in the world? That's just weird. But anyway, there I am, crazy again. But write on anything you want to. And what I'd love to have you do is drop me a note down below and send me your haiku. Let me know what you have written. I'd love to see them. If you enjoy receiving videos like this that bring a writing prompt to you every so often, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Punch that little bell so that you get notified of every time I bring another video like this out. So until next time, I'm Judy Shearwaters, and you have a story to tell. Let me help you tell it.